Campers, Gator again. The little calendar I did yesterday on the trifold thing, I've come up with something else a little bit simpler, and I found some post-its so these will stick together. So what it is, it's just used plain thick white cardstock because I don't want it falling apart. And instead of this, I wanted this to be the same width as the box because we're going to have 1/2 inch off either side, and this is going to be for the stand. So let me show you first. These stands have been around for ages, so we're going to score this first of all at 4, 8, 9 and 10. And this is 10.5, by the way, by 3.5. I think it's 3.5. Yes, 10.5 by 3.5. So this is going to fold, and then we're going to fold this back and forth, and then we're just going to pop some adhesive on there, and that's going to go on there. And there's your little pop-up stand. See what I mean? These have been around for ages and ages. So while we're here with the other piece, which I've just dropped, I'm going to close that up. This is 7.5 by 4 3/4, so you can get the 2 pieces off 1 piece of cardstock, and you've still got a lovely square left over as well. This is 7.5 by 4 3/4, and on the short side, you are just going to score this at 1/2 inch both ends. So I find it easier to do it down here. Simple. Now we're going to score the long side at 1.5, but we're not going to burnish this score line. I'll show you why in a minute. 4 1/4 and 4 3/4, and that is all you're scoring. We're not going to fold. This is just a guide so we can cut this little section out here. So cut up and take that little tab off either side. Doesn't look straight to me. Do you know what? My trimmer is terrible. Unless I score from the bottom up, it moves. See, I'm off a fraction. I didn't think that looked right. Now I've got my second line, which is perfect. And it ends up, look, see, if I score down, my paper moves. So I'm scoring up. Oh, Academy. So I'm going to take this back now. You know what? You won't see these sides and these score lines anyway, but I wanted it to be perfect this time. This time. Sounds like I've been messing up, doesn't it? And then we're going to take these 2 little tabs away from here. You can bend these now. You can burnish these ones now. And you can trim this little end off now. Keeping it level, there are. Perfect. So we cut up. We can fold them over. I can trim that little one off as well. This is 4, you've got a couple of score lines and 4 little bits. That's all you've got to take off. That's with our scissors all done. Now we're going to add fast views on here and here. Yes. Now, before we do any more, we're going to burnish these 2 score lines, and it's just a matter of creasing them. You don't have to use your bone folder, and then just tuck the sides in with the adhesive on. Whoops, I'm all fingers and thumbs. she says, and just fetch the two sides up to meet each other. When I can get this to sit straight. It's sticking to my fingers more than it's sticking to the cardboard. Keeping that on the crease line. So your little joins are at the back of your card. You can use tear and tape for this, or a Tombow. It's entirely up to you. It's your choice, your adhesive. Whatever you feel comfortable with. See, that was out a little bit that side as well. But it's nice and cute, and the edges are smooth. Your joins are at the back. So you don't need now to do anything. This is your little box holder. We're going to have notes inside and a calendar on the front. So I'm going to round off these corners to make them look pretty. And then we're going to add adhesive to this little flap here. Making sure it's safe. And then we're just going to fold that flat again and close this over. Making sure the sides are together. Look at that, isn't that cute? How cute is that? So that's that little frame. And then this is going to get adhered onto here. And it's slightly smaller because you don't want it poking up the top, which is perfect now. So I'm going to add adhesive on here. And I'm using fast fuse because I don't want it to come apart. And again, you could use tear and tape for this. So we need this to be at the very bottom of our box, nice and neat. Nice and straight. And then just press it down. So there's your little holder, which is perfect. And then your post-it notes will fit in there. Or your little notepad even. The notepad I used last night was one of these little, and there's no holding them together, but this is perfect because there's no stickiness on the back anyway. And they fit in there just so sweet. How cute. So now we can decorate this. I'm using some of my DSP I bought the other day, which I absolutely love. And it's got little Christmas trees on. Well, it's got little trees on, but that way. But this can be given as a little New Year present. Or tree presents, as my friend calls them. I'm having 3. I'm having one for here. One for here. And just in case anybody walks into your little office where your desk is, and I think that's a little bit too wide, I'm going to pop one on the back as well, so it decorating the back as well. And they range. This one is 1 3/8 by 3 5/8, so it should be. Yes. Let me take these out. And I've rounded the 2 corners off as well. So, but be careful which corners you round off, because you want them to match. This is slightly a little bit too big for some reason. I'm just going to trim this down. Should be 3 5/8. Right. Oh, see a little tiny fraction and a mean fraction. In fact, isn't that, well, that wasn't going to do anything anyway, was it? Because that's cutting. And that was scoring. That tiny little piece, that's all. Ooh. See, it's my bloody trimmer. Now I've rounded that corner off a little bit better now. And that was perfect. So again, I'm just going to use my normal adhesive, seeing as it's only decoration now. Hope you're all enjoying your weekend. My husband's gone fishing again. He's been gone since 7:30. And he come back for his lunch and then he was gone again. It's only 20 minutes down the road. So there we go. That's our, isn't that cute paper? So this should fit on here. But no, it's a little bit long. Oh, sorry about the banging. I've trimmed this a little bit too long as well. Oh, gainer. In fact, I'm going to... Yes, it should be 3.5, sorry, not 3 5/8. That's better. Check my back panel first before I put this trimmer away. And that one fits perfectly, so I've done that one right. And this one is 3 7/8 that way by 3 3/8 that way. So now this piece is 3.5 by 2 5/8. So this is going on the front of my little box. Isn't that just the cutest? Use my ATG again. This paper's double-sided. Isn't it lovely paper? It's from Coles First Edition Winter Wishes. And they sell it in Hobbycraft or The Range or most craft places where they sell first edition papers. I bought this because I fell in love with every single piece. Not one design in there have I not liked. So that's a bonus for me. I know you only normally get 1 or 2 of the patterns you don't like, but I love every single one of them. So I've decorated the back as well. So if it's sitting on somebody's desk, it's all decorated on the back as well. Now I'm going to add this beautiful piece on the front. And I'm just going up with the ways, oops, right there now, don't. I'm just coming up with ways to use those lovely little calendars that were gifted to me, which was really sweet. So now you can pop your little notepad back in. You could perhaps stand a pen or a pencil in there. It would fit, but you could probably get a smaller pen than this. Let's see if I've got any smaller ones. Pens tend to be about the same size. Isn't that cute? This one got kiddies on, love hearts. Now for the front. I'm going to fetch this beautiful little calendar in, and I'm going to, what did I say I was going to do with this now? I'm going to pop this, no, I'm going to find, I've got some lovely, oh, I don't know, I'm confused.com, that's right, I was just going to stick it on the front there. I'm going to use my fast fuse. I get these from a little my craft shop by me, and they've got little stitching on the side, and I think you get 10 for £1 or something like that, I'm not sure, but yeah, you can pop that on nice and neat. Isn't that just the sweetest? Well, I just found a label that I had left over from a card kit and a little tiny piece of glimmer paper, and they are both cut at 2.5, and this one is 7/8 and this one is 5/8, and I'm going to stick those two together. I'm going to pop that right up there after I've stamped it when it says made with love. Isn't that just so cute? There we go. I'm just going to pop this right in the centre. Oh, I got a little boo-boo. Oh, I can't have that. Oh, and it's blue the other side. Oh, I'll get my rubber if I'm quick. I wanted the blue side shown because it looks frosty, if you know what I mean. Oh, I'm actually rubbing the colour off there, so I'm going to fetch in these beautiful little things also gifted to me when I can find my bone fold, my paper piercing tool. And I'm just going to cover my boo-boo up with this lovely little flower. Isn't that sweet? And then to match it up, I'm going to pop on this side, so it doesn't look like we've made a boob. Oh, bless. And I'm going to use fast fuse for this as well, because it's going on glimmer paper. And because these two are both exactly the same size in length, I'm just going to have a little bit poking out at the top and bottom. Isn't that gorgeously sweet? I'll pop that on there before I get my fingers in it. I've already sliced my finger today. Oof. Yes. I'm a clumsy lady. There we go. And I'm going to pop that right on there. And I'll just take this out for a sec while I place this on there. Isn't that just the sweetest little thing? Oh my gosh. OMG, I'm loving it. And then pop our little note card back in. Isn't that just so sweet? And that was over in a flash. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I hope you liked it as well. I have made a couple more. I did this one with the year to cheer, but for some reason, my card, and I made a boo-boo along this edge. Look, I didn't stick it level, but it does still sit on your desk, and it still sits there. And I added red glimmer paper to this one. And my prototype one, I used Christmas Around the World DSP and some Calypso Coral. And I will pop some little note cards in there as well. The green, we'll go with the green. I've put yellow in there, and then green in there, but I don't think I've got any blue. Oh, I have. I've got blue. Stay there. Ooh. I've got some blue post-it notes. Yay. How, that's better. So if you live in, and you don't mind a boo-boob, if you live in the UK, leave me a message at the bottom, and 3 of you will receive one of these in the post, as long as it's UK only, because they're quite weighty, and they'd probably cost me about £8 to send to America. So if you live in the UK and you want one, I will pop a sign on both of them as well, saying made with love, and I will send them randomly. Well, actually, I will pick someone. Leave comments this afternoon. When I do my card tonight, I'll see how many comments I've had, and I will pick 3 winners, and you will get a choice of which one you want. First, obviously, you get first choice, second will get second choice, and third will have the third choice, obviously, or whatever's left. And then I'll pop them into the post for you. Love that. Love, 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 love. Isn't that just so cute? And I will pop some glimmer paper on, and I will pop some little gems on. If they're not stars or flowers, there'll be little pearl drops. Look like little pearls. Droplets. And they're sweet. That's what they look like when they're down. So, yeah, I'm going to post this now, as you see in it. And by tonight, then, I'm going to pick 3 winners. So, thanks for watching. And don't forget to subscribe. We're in the corner. Press the little bell straight away, and you'll get notifications of all future videos. So, thanks for stopping by. Bye.